Hey everyone, welcome back. Or if you're new here, I'm the iOS Scribbler. I've been wanting to start this thread style app UI series for a while now, and today we're finally diving in. This clone is only focused on the UI. We'll be working on animations and interface building. For now, the functionality is basic with no heavy business logic integrated. I've always loved how much you can learn by cloning a beautifully designed existing app, so in this video I want to show you the process I went through, the challenges I faced, and how I managed to overcome them. So to kick off this first video, let's quickly create a new Xcode project, just like we always do. Create new project, select iOS, app, next, leave everything as it is, next, save it wherever you want, and here we are. What I like to do at the start of every project is set up a simple but clean folder structure to stay organized, and I'm doing the same for this one. So here in the project navigator, dig new folder. Let's name this first subfolder models. Let's create another one, call it subviews, and another file, new empty file, or new empty file. Let's call it extensions. For now, let's just import foundation here and maybe SwiftUI. We might need some color extensions in the future. This is the entire folder structure that we will use for this particular project. Now let's try to change the background color and see what happens. So for that, we can leave this image and text for now and add a Z stack. Delete this padding. For this one, let's say color.black.ignores safe area, and for all the edges. And right now, you can see that the text hello world is not visible anymore. So the first thing that I thought of was, okay, let's just change the foreground style for this. So let's make it white. Now everything is exactly as before, but if you go here and turn this switch on for the color scheme and change to dark appearance and then back to light appearance, you can see that nothing happens anymore. And why is that? Is because we hard-coded these values. So we hard-coded this color black for the background and also the foreground style or the color of the text to be white. And this might be okay if you have only one theme for your app, but for this app we want to have a dynamic color theme. So when the users change their device from dark to light appearance, we want all our texts and background to adapt appropriately. That's why hard-coding colors isn't the best idea, and we'll take a slightly different approach though. Shout out to Nick from SwiftUI Thinking. He's the first person I saw to use this method. Let's go to our extensions, make an extension on color. Underneath this extension, let's create our main color palette. And here is the struct where we'll create our colors. But here we need a source where we can fetch our colors from, and that's called the assets. Right now we have no color here, but we can create a new folder. Let's call it theme colors. Let's create a new color set. Let's call it background color. And right here, if you open the right panel, make sure that the appearances are any dark. For the light appearance, you're gonna set a custom color. You have here the hex value. And for the dark appearance, I tried to take the color that the Threads app is using. It might not be exactly the one that they use, but I find it that it's really close to it. Hit enter. Now let's take this background color and add it to our extensions file right here. So let's write static let background color equals color, and we need a string here, background color. Make sure that the naming is exactly as you set it in the assets folder. I don't think we need static here, but we need to declare this main color palette in our color extension to be able to use it in our SwiftUI views. And there we have it. Let's go back to our content view. Here, instead of using color.black, let's make sure that we use color.colorPalette.backgroundColor. Let's remove this foreground style for now. Now let's change the theme. Right now is light appearance, and we can see that the background is dynamically changing, so it's a light color. Let's go to dark appearance, and it should automatically change to dark. So that is a pretty awesome piece of code. Next, I'm gonna add the rest of the colors. So we're gonna have an accent color, secondary color, and another kind of secondary color used for the threads posts. So you can just follow along. And back to our content view, you can see that our system image is no longer blue. That's because we changed the accent color to our accent color. So now the system doesn't know what to use. And basically, I think they're using our accent color, which is this white for the dark theme. But that's not a problem. Let's see what happens if we also change the color of this text. So foreground style, color.color palette.accent color. And we don't have it. We have to declare it. Go back to our extensions. Just copy this 4 times. Name it accent color. Let's use this accent color for now in our content view. So accent color. And something is not exactly right. We have the light appearance and the text is, I guess it's white. And we have the dark appearance. And I have the text is black again. So I think we set the color wrong. Let's go to our assets. Let's see our accent color. We have for the light this black and we have for the dark this white. And it's still not working for some reason. Let's check our extension. Yeah, that's why, because we forgot to change this string and post actions buttons color. Okay, finally, let's go back to our content view. Let's collapse this panel and check it out. Yeah, so our hello world text now is white on the dark theme. And if you change to light appearance, you should see it black. Yes. And also the image changed. That's pretty nice. Great. So we have a color theme set up in place. It's really easy to change. If you want a different color theme, you just have to go here, maybe create another struct like secondary color palette or third color palette and change the colors there, add new colors to your assets folder, and you're all set up. You don't have to go through the entire code and change every single text color. You set up the color text once, and then there's just one place where you have to tweak the values in order to change your entire app color system. And that's it for this one. Hope you learned something, because I definitely did. Safe to say, I'm never hardcoding colors into text or views or backgrounds or anything again. See you in part 2. Happy scribbling.